grip. Hit her with the hammer time, too legit to quit. Keep bouncing, girl, keep bouncing. Keep bouncing, girl, keep bouncing. Keep bouncing, girl, keep bouncing. Keep bouncing, keep bouncing. Jump, 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 jump. The Mac Daddy make it hard. Jump, 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 jump. The Mac Daddy make it hard. 88 bunny, 88 bunny, 88 bunny, 88 bunny, 88 bunny, 88 bunny. I make the bounce on you.
Two needles and that's how they pour the blood. The port is the chest. It's called catheter.
And how you had that in it for 2 years?
I had this in here maybe a year and a half.
Is it uncomfortable? Is it?
I mean, just knowing that something is there, yeah, you know, but it's not that bad. You know,
you're used to it at this point. I
guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm going to get it taken out whenever I get a transplant. A lot of people leave their ports and stuff in. I don't want that in.
Really? After the transplant, leave it in? Why?
Because they just don't want to go through getting it taken out and all that stuff.
Oh, it hurts that bad?
It don't hurt. It hurts once you get, you know, you using it. You know what I'm saying? Like once you going on the machine.
But if you get the transplant, you don't need no more. So
I mean, that's just something you would have to go and just be like, I would like to get that removed. But that's something that people got to take the initiative to do. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a transplant, you kind of want to get back to your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to take your medication. You still got to.
Yeah, but you know, people take medication. Nowadays, you could take medication for the first 6-7 months and you good. Your body already immune to the new organ. And you could move as a regular person.
Okay.
It's just people who got bad habits who can be disciplined on certain things, and that's when they end up falling short.
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
From the last time, did you? I know you lost weight, but did you gain some back?
I probably gained like maybe 10 more pounds.
Okay, because I could kind of see, because he lost a lot of weight. Like he was bigger than this. Yeah.
So does that help? Do you work out to help lose the weight, to help maybe, you know?
I mean, I was working out crazy, but you know what I'm saying. You know, I got to the point where I haven't been working out because like sometimes, you know, I get into the mode, the space of I don't want to do nothing.
If you're tired.
Dialysis takes a lot. My father was on dialysis.
I mean, I did dialysis this morning, bro.
Yeah.
You know
That's not that. Yeah.
And I'm here now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So you know, but I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? Because it's people who deal with a lot of other stuff that they don't even speak about. They don't even talk about.
Right.
They battling stuff behind closed doors. Nobody knows anything, and they still got to operate in the world regardless of what they dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So they still is hold to a certain standard. And I believe I'm still hold to a certain standard because I do a lot of connecting. I do a lot of plugging. I'm going to always mention him to somebody, or I'm going to say, yo, I got a person.
I mention him to everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
When I went to Harlem, this was home base.
Yeah. So, you know, it's just naturally. So, you know, some people will stay standoffish because they balance something. They might be down, upset.
Crazy, man. I ain't get to do a cut. Go ahead, talk.
Nah, but you know.
Let me ask you one question, and this for people that are listening that may have this. They say obesity leads to more health issues, and you are bigger than this. Do you think that your weight has something to do also with you?
Yeah, I think my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? I was eating, drinking, going out every day. You know what I'm saying? We come from a family of cooking. Everybody is big. Everybody's overweight. Nobody's prioritizing anything of that. You know what I'm saying?
Troy gained weight too. I seen him.
Troy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's bigger than me.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck happened?
But you would think that he would look at my situation and look at what I'm dealing with to kind of like.
And I know your niece and his daughter and everything. That's y'all put that on priority.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everything's about prioritizing, man. When you going through a lot, it's hard for you to put your mind in a state of what you got to really truly handle. You know what I'm saying? People going to ask you to do 20, 30 different things and you're going to say yes, no problem. But when you think about all those things you doing for those other individuals, you lose track of what's important
to you.
You know what I'm saying? And one of those things might be you helping your mom and you end up doing those 30 other things. And it's like, out of those 30 things, ain't what you supposed to do for your mom is way more important. But in the moment, you like, you know, you got to show up for these people. You got to show up for that person because they might not even have no family. You might have more family than them. I got friends, I got boys who don't even have no parents because their parents passed on. They no longer here. So they just living in the world where they just trying to figure things out. Yeah. So it's like when they call, you don't want to be a disappointment. You know what I'm saying? You want to still kind of show up. And they not and it's not for them to have sympathy for me and my circumstance. They just know how I move. They know how, you know what I'm saying? If you can help. Yo.
Real. What up, boss?
I'm about to do this podcast with PO. Well, I'm on it.
You on it? Don't matter. They hear you talking to the mic, nigga, singing to the mic.
Yeah. I got you.
Peace.
Yeah, so
that's a good friend.
Well, the reason why I asked you about the weight because nowadays in this generation Z, like they be obese and we like to show off, but at the same time, you can be proud to be heavy, but it's not healthy. And so that's why I think people need to realize this. Oh, I'm big, girl. They don't want to advertise for us because it's not healthy.
Yeah. Well, you know, part of the thing is like what you don't know, and then you end up learning what you don't know. So it's like a lot of people don't know certain things, and then when they end up getting introduced to certain things, that's when they know. So it all comes down to what we was taught, what we learned, what we had, what we saw around us, what we was told that was not a problem, was not a factor.
And we also think, not to cut you off, we also think that when it comes to other people and you yourself, you think, I could outrun this because I've been there and I've seen it happen. Like you always think, oh, that happened to so and so, but I'll do this or I'll do that. Does that stick in your head?
I mean, everybody is different. So what worked for somebody else might not work for you. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a person that wasn't too proud to learn. So if anybody's giving me any advice or anything, whatever, they don't even have to do that. So I'm going to always listen. Whether I receive it, however way I receive it is how I receive it. But I'm going to always listen. I'm going to always take, because they taking the initiative to even bring something to light. They don't even have to hold a conversation with me. I ain't special than them. You know what I'm saying? We all equal. We all the same. So whatever they giving me, I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not I know already what they talking about, but it's good to receive sometimes because when you're a person that's always giving advice and giving help and giving a hand, you know what I'm saying? I had to learn through my situation that, you know, I got to ask for help. I never asked for help. You know what I'm saying? I never.
Is it hard for you? Because sometimes that's hard for me. Sometimes.
I mean, it's not hard. It's not hard now because I realize there's people that's willing to help me, but they not gonna know because I got my mouth closed.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't get fed.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm used to not getting fed with my mouth being no dick.
I tell everybody everything how I feel.
All right,
I appreciate those that do take the initiative without being asked. Because you got people who reach out to be like, yo, you need anything? Because they know what you're going through. And then you got people that still expect for you to do as if nothing is going on with you.
Or you have the people that want to call you and say you're okay, but they're really calling to be nosy. They're not really caring.
Well, you know, I don't really partake in that because, you know I'm genuine. I can't really account for another person's actions or another person's motive because people got hidden agendas.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's okay because this is what they was taught. They was taught to move and operate this way. You know what I'm saying? We can't beat people down. You know what I'm saying? You just remove yourself. If it's really a problem for you to come across people who have agendas and have motives and have certain energies, if it's so much a problem for you, remove yourself. We ain't gonna have an argument. We ain't gonna fight. We ain't gonna get on Instagram, social media, and blast each other out. I'm just gonna respect that this is what you was taught. This is how you operate. This is the only way you ever knew how to operate. You probably never received love in your life. So therefore, this is what you carrying. And whatever took place in your childhood or whatever took place in your household, I'm not responsible for that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you was taught, whatever you was watching, whatever they had you watching at an early age, whatever you had to deal with trauma or something, you know what I'm saying? That don't got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to embrace you like any other person on this planet Earth because who am I to judge?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You see, a lot of people look down on people and they discourage people from even opening up and sharing what they got going on, or people just off the
sometimes they're scared to do that. They're afraid to do
off
that.
the rip, you got people who they feel like they better. They got house, they got car, they got jewelry, they got mink. But
that's all surface.
Right, surface.
You can have all those things.
I just told you my situation.
And still be a grimy person.
I told you my situation. Ain't in real life, shit is bad. Yeah. But I don't protrude that situation. Yeah. I don't try to think that way. I just try to think of the next day but
the best way to look at any situation is how I look at my situation. This is all temporary. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a time where I'm gonna be talking about the other side. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that, and it's not to get spiritual, but I know that God got a bigger purpose for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I did so much good in my life, mm-hmm. and I did so much good for people, mm-hmm. to where this might just be something that I had to go through to sit me down, to slow me up. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't prioritizing myself. Mm-hmm. I wasn't prioritizing myself.
No,
I was making time for everything else.
He's running.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's why I call you Godfather home.
Even though it was a blessing and it changed a lot of people's lives and it helped a lot of people, but sometimes you gotta go through shit, and I say shit because you gotta go through stuff, you know what I'm saying, to mm-hmm. just understand how precious life is. Life is short. So, you know, you gotta just embrace what you got going on. You got people who's in wheelchairs, they still pulling up to the meeting.
I was just saying that I seen somebody that was like paralyzed and he was doing like some extreme sports shit. And I was thinking in my head, thinking in my head, like, how would I feel like the shit that man has to go through, but he's still finding the joy in life. Right. And I know, but my mind state wasn't my mind state when I think of certain shit, because I guess because I'll tell you, I guess I'm spoiled or I'm just used to a certain thing that I wouldn't know how I would react at that time. I wouldn't say I wouldn't get better over time.
You're not in his situation. You don't know how you would feel in that situation.
I know that. I know that.
You can't compare.
But you know, also you got to make it work, man. Like I make it work. Mm-hmm. Like some people,
and people don't even know. Like if you don't say it, they don't know.
But I make it work. Like I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. Mm-hmm. I had to be to treatment by 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Early.
Yeah,
I get out of treatment. It's like 10, almost 11. Time I get home, laying down.
You tired. You tired because it takes all that energy out.
All that energy out. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I leave. It's times I left treatment
and went straight to doing some.
I went straight to the gym.
Okay.
Went straight to the gym because I'm like psychologically, like I can't let this shit win. Mm-hmm. I gotta know. I gotta do say also on the positive side for myself, because I got my reasons about just the medical system and the medical world and all that politics when it comes to that, and it being a money thing and all that type of shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they say how there's only two options is treatment or transplant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Treatment been not cure. So I know that somebody's holding something back because it's more money to have you. It costs like $1,500 a day, a person to get on that machine. So if you have a facility that hold about maybe 50, 60 patients, each patient $1,500, and that's just one session. You got the 10 o'clock people that come in, so that's another 50. Mm-hmm. Then you got the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock people that come in, that's another 50. Mm-hmm. So this is what they making in a day of each individual. So you think they want to lose any patient?
The money ain't in the cures and the comeback.
Yeah. Do you think maybe if you got healthy, lose weight, drink a lot of water, and just take maybe some vitamin, like some type of herbs or vitamins? Do you think like something like that will maybe not say cure you 100%?
Well, that's the plan now. The plan now is to, like, this is about to be September. For the month of September, I'm gonna still do my events, but I won't be there at the events because I'm gonna be other places. Like I'm gonna go to other states to be on the transplant list. I'm gonna take some initiative to really be more disciplined with the herbs and stuff that's out there. Because there's things out there, but it's about you giving it enough time. You see, the problem with me, when this stuff happened, I was looking for instant gratification. And because so everything I was rushing,
It's not gonna work that
it's
way.
not gonna work that way.
Yeah.
But when you don't know about this herbs and herbal and ginger and all type of, when you don't know too much about it, you like, you know, you taking it and you looking,
you expecting for that.
You looking for something, right?
Yeah.
So you don't give it time. But also it's like, I don't need anybody to rush my process. Because other people will try to project for you what they think will work for you. You gotta be in a mind frame, and that comes with cleaning your mind from constant drama. You know what I'm saying? Family issues, personal issues.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Just imagine you dealing with a sickness, and then you gotta deal with all the other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's out there. Whether it's business related, whether it's family related, whether it's friendship related, whether it's female related. Like you deal with so much other stuff, but then when you think about it, outside of everything, your health is the biggest situation. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get into, let's say I got into an argument with you, whatever, right? In the moment, I'm like, damn, this is whack. This is, you know what I'm saying? We arguing.
Yeah.
But when I think about it, I'm not tired to be arguing.
Yeah, that's gonna
And your energy. But
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I got real life situations going on. So it's all about learning what's important. You know what I'm saying? So we make time for what we want. You know what I'm saying? And for the month of September is gonna be like the month where I transition into more into self. Like I slowed down a lot from a lot of stuff. So I make time for myself. But for September, it's gonna be more of like I'm gonna go to South Carolina, I'm going to North Carolina, I'm gonna get on the list out there. I'm probably go to Florida, get on the list out there. Being on multiple lists is possible because everywhere outside of New York is a faster turnaround.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? One of your family matches with you or wants to donate for you.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Nobody in my family might not be my blood work. I don't know if they are, but also a lot of family members I have, they have issues as well.
They got other issues.
So they might not be the best.
And that'll cause them to have more issues.
They might not be the best candidate, but also I don't really have any volunteers either. You know what I'm saying? Like I get a lot of volunteers outside of my family. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to my family, but you know, that's a hard thing too because some of my family, they got kids, so they might want to hold theirs for their kid. Like it's a lot. But all this is a learning process.
Do you have a woman in your life?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She want to volunteer?
Nah.
She's giving you an organ already?
Nah.
Can I start this?
Yeah, let's just get this.
I mean, we're already been on.
But I think you need to get more people in your GoFundMe. That's why it was nobody on. You to promote that a little bit more.
What happened with my GoFundMe is that I try to connect my bank to my GoFundMe. And with my GoFundMe on my bank, it never connected. It kept popping up as an error. And all the people who donated, the money went back to them.
Oh.
So I lost out on the bread because you can't just keep it sitting there. You have to have a bank account.
So it was an error with you? Yeah, I thought you would try to figure that out.
Yeah, I fixed it. Something's not right.
I mean, I try to reach out, but you know what I'm saying? I wasn't putting no effort. Like I made up to like 2,300, 2,400.
Oh, it wasn't the goal was like close to the goal.
I mean, you're saying.
I mean, anything is better.
I mean, it's not about the amount.
Yeah, because anything is good.
It's that you know, I had a goal. The goal was for me just to take that money so I could make time. So I'm not hustling and doing nothing else to get no money. I could use that money to move around to try to help my situation. So that's what the GoFundMe came about. But it's a lot of things that I allow to get in the way for me not to focus right on that because I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I could have had everybody in Harlem share my GoFundMe.
Matter of fact, wait, hold on, because we got to start because we're 15 minutes in,
right?
And it was great
because the deep part first.
Yeah. Well, go crazier than that. And everybody live, shout out to everybody live who's watching this.
Yeah.
With one of your parties, bro, because you we're gonna get to it because you had put like a commercial PSA type thing about that. And I want to know where that's going to. But you could definitely do some kind of fundraising.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. Well,
or did you try that already?
No, I didn't try that. Well, the whole thing is, I just had to, like I said, I got to get to how I'm gonna word it and all that type of things. And I
already had it in my mind. Like if I got here, I was just like I say, $20 admission fee for the party. It's going toward your cause.
Okay.
It says age free.
Yeah, but he might still have to have a certain amount of money for the because you don't have your own.
You do ladies free before 11 o'clock or no?
Yeah, I do that.
So we didn't do ladies free tonight. Ladies got to pay $20 tonight, and that money's going towards my cause.
They pay more than that for their hair, their nails, and everything else.
Yeah. That's what I was just saying. Instead of saying ladies free tonight, ladies a $20 donation at the door going toward my cause. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not that hard.
Okay, we're gonna start this officially. All right, we're gonna start this officially. I don't know if we're 20 minutes in, 15 or whatever the hell.
Well, that's the great thing about editing, bro.
No, we will. But I don't know how I'm gonna edit it yet. But we're definitely gonna get it rocking. I'm normally in this, but it's fine. Shout out to my co-host. RALEENA came back. You know what I mean? Shout out. Yeah. She doing a lot. Shout out Bumpy. He ain't here right now, but let's get to it.
Miss you, Bumpy.
Yeah, he just, you know what I mean? I mean, he would have been here, but, you know, it was a little short notice type thing going on. Like I said, like I always say, this is the unstoppable, uncomparable, undeniable, almighty AWP Attention Whores podcast, episode 518. I think we're in that bracket somewhere over there. We definitely in a deep conversation. This is one of my good motherfucking friends. A man I could call my brother, no matter what I'm calling about or whatever. He'll make time or get back to me about anything. He literally found me like when I was roaming around Harlem like a lost dog or some shit. And he invited me into his home. I met his family. I know his family. I call him the Godfather of Harlem, and he deserves that goddamn title because I watched him grind from the very beginning, you know what I mean, to where he is at now. And when he says he's done a lot for people, he's done a hell of a lot for motherfucking people. Like a lot. More than a motherfucker would have done. More than the people that was when you wasn't at that stature, the people that was at that stature wasn't doing that shit for the people. I can say that. Because I've said that to these motherfuckers. So I can say that. Yeah. And he knows. This is my good brother, Harlem DJ Fatboy. What's up, brother?
What's good?
You know what I mean? This is a part 2, too, because we did do an episode a couple years ago.
Facts.
It was just me and you. We was at the H Loft. You know what I mean? It was just an echo and all that shit. You know what I mean? But I caught him off guard that time because he was like, yo, I got to get my hair done.
Yeah, my shit.
He had the afro or whatever.
My shit looking crazy.
You at a table with him?
Yeah, that was like 2-3 years ago, like when I first really started, when it was just me doing it. And at that time. And yeah, we talked a lot of stuff, but I think you was talkative, but you wasn't as talkative as you now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I always been talkative behind the camera.
Oh, yeah, you want to say some shit behind the camera in the office.
Yeah, I always been, you know, it's like if you knew me, then we spoke.
You know what I mean? But I want to give this man his flowers and make sure that, you know, people are listening to his situation because if he fucks with you, he's going to do whatever he can to make sure, you know, you could get there too. You know what I mean? And he has a very serious situation. And we've been talking about it. But just to get on, like, I guess we going from the beginning. Like, I met you in 07, right? At that time, you was, what, 19, 18, 17? Somewhere around there?
Yeah. Are you younger than us?
Yeah, he's younger.
Yeah,
he's in his 30s.
I'm 27. I don't know what you're talking about.
How are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm good, bro.
How old are you? How young are you?
I'm young, man.
He was 19 in 2007. He younger than us, too.
Well, I was 27 in 2007.
I was
so
26.
I was at least 10 years older than him, somewhere around that bracket.
Yeah.
So he's probably in his early mid 30s, somewhere in that bracket.
That's
you
about right.
Yeah. He's in that.
Oh, that's like, dang, he's so young.
Oh, you put up that picture. You trying to bite off of me because I put that picture out for a while. Listen, I got all those pictures right there, and I'm about to.
No, it was in my thing because one of the people in the picture died, right?
Oh,
so Jerry Crystal, he died. He got killed.
Oh, okay.
So so I was looking up something, and it popped up that I had tagged him in the picture, so I just shared it today.
Oh,
okay. He's in the background of the picture.
Okay, I got some more. I got some more not class of '98 pictures I'm gonna put up and shit like that for the old people.
You said class of '98.
Yeah, class of '98. You class of '99, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Right behind me.
I was a genius, so I got skipped.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
I was only 10 years old,
I don't know where to start because we already actually started.
I want to know. So your name is DJ
Harlem
Fatboy.
No, Harlem DJ Fatboy, right?
Harlem DJ Fatboy.
Yes.
So, and I look in your page, it's like you promoter. So you're a promoter and a DJ, or you just got DJ in front of your name? Like what?
Nah, he DJs.
I'm talking to him. You let's get started. So I'm asking the guests.
See, this is why I don't bring around no more.
Well, I started as a DJ, and eventually I became a promoter because anytime I DJ, I bring people. So it's like, okay, if you bring in people, you're a DJ. Your popularity, now you can run with that. You can use that to your advantage. And it's like I never waited till I got a booking as a DJ. I said, me and my crew, we go throw our own parties. So we started HSU, shout out to the team. We started throwing parties in the house. You know what I'm saying? And that's off the strip of my pops. My pops used to throw house parties like in the late 80s and all that. I'm half Jamaican, so we did a lot of we did a lot of
How's Pops?
He's good. A lot of reggae bashments and stuff like that. Yeah, so
I remembered when I seen you last time. He was like, "Yeah, I remember you live out here." I said, "Oh shit, I didn't even remember."
Facts.
Yeah.
So we transitioned from that into like basements and like centers,
offices,
and all throughout Harlem. I was DJing everywhere in Harlem. If it was a projects, if it was a center, if it was everywhere. So after a while, I'm like, we go throw our own parties. It'd be HSU presents whatever it is. And in the process, I was the DJ, and then I used to come across a lot of other DJs where I gave them opportunity to get on as well. Cause I'm like, I don't got to DJ the whole night. And I never was
Spotlight.
Yeah, Spotlight. Shout out to my bro Spotlight. I never
busy.
I never took the initiative to like. I never felt like I had to just make it about me. So anytime an artist or anybody pull up, I'm like, yeah, you go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Get on, do your thing. Because I know how it is to feel like you want to get your shine on. And for me, I already experienced that. I already knew what that was like. The attention, you walking down Two-Fifth, people stopping you, you going ahead, people running down on you, like, oh, I see you from at that party. So I know it was a lot of other people, they was hungry for that. They wanted that. So if I'm in position, I'm gonna do that. You want to DJ? Go on. You know what I'm saying? So I started DJing first, then I started throwing parties, with my team. And I haven't DJ in a couple of years. Like I do a baby shower or something like that, but mostly all the events I do, I'm not really DJing the events. I kind of book DJs and give opportunities to other DJs.
That's what. Did you DJ when you was up there on Cedar Lane?
Where?
When the spot I seen you on Cedar Lane last time I seen you.
Yeah.
You were DJing that night.
Yeah. Like,
but you had other people with you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't do a whole 5-6 hours DJ no more. And it's part of the reason, like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't need to. You passed that stage.
I kind of passed that stage, but I be having moments when I want to get back into it. But DJing is a feeling. You got to feel good DJ. You got to feel good playing the music, mixing and talking on the mic. You know what I'm saying? You got to feel good doing it. You don't want to just feel like you up there just clicking buttons and just trying to keep the crowd alive. You know what I'm saying? So I guess whenever I get to that point again where I'm hungry to want to DJ, I do it. But you know, if somebody wanted me to DJ, I could still rock it. You know what I'm saying? If the music is there, I could still rock it.
Are you a real DJ? You scratch, or are you just a DJ with the buttons?
I don't scratch, you know what I'm saying? But I could mix a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I know how to stay in sync and stay in BPM. You know what I'm saying? I know how to stay on point when it comes to that because
like, oh, he did that. Oh, he mixed that right. Like some people get up like, what the hell they just mixed together?
But also, you know what I'm saying? I know how to stay in transition. So, you know, some niggas get on, they play a record, a reggae record, now they play an R&B record, then they play a hip hop record.
They just jumping around.
They all over the place.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I know how to stay, you know,
transitioning right.
So that's also important because even if you're not scratching, man, even if you're not mixing, you're not blending, at least keep the crowd going. It don't matter how it might come on, it don't matter how it might start, but when you get on, the main goal is for people to have a good time as a DJ. You know what I'm saying? And you got to talk on the mic. You got to shout out the birthday person. You got to shout out the females. You got to big up the crowd. So, you know.
How old were you when you started DJing?
I started DJing, I say I was probably like maybe 14, 15.
What was your inspiration? Like, oh my God, DJ said, what was your inspiration?
Well, my aunt, she was a DJ, like the DJ of the family. She played,
really?
she played music. You know, I had an uncle. He also was like the person. You know, we have our family functions. He pull up with the CDs. You know, on my father's side, there I got two uncles. They twins. They got the big Jamaican sound. So I also was inspired by that as well. Like just seeing that and just you know, I had the music, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was burning CDs and all that. I had music, you know, when it was time to play music. I remember one time I had a receiver and I was DJing with a receiver and I was using two DVD players and I was just switching from side to side.
Stop it.
Facts. Listen, I made it work, you know what I'm saying? But I had it rocking. I was DJing in the basement on 148 in my hood. And I had like bullshit speakers. Shit was going out. Had to have a fan to keep it cool.
That's 148th? I thought it was 150th. Well, I'm always got to break.
No, well, that's something else.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I made it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Because you said you have Jamaican, and you remind me of a basement party I went to, like at the parade, the West Indian Day Parade in New York. You ever did anything like that? Like those type of soca parties and doing like the Jubilee? Hey, Jubilee.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I never Labor Day.
Some of the Jew, not that one.
I never myself do something like that, but we always had the theme for that. So I have like DJs. I mean, I know how to play reggae music. But my pops is Jamaican, so you know, but I know reggae. Like I know the deep reggae. Like
you mean reggae, then dance hall. Because Buju was just talking about that. It's different.
I definitely know. You know, the old reggae because that's what was played in my house as a kid growing up. So I also fell in love with that type of reggae. So
What would you say is Harlem DJ Fatboy, or do I have to use your government?
Nah, don't use my government.
Who is Harlem DJ Fatboy to you, man?
I think a person that helps. I think that's my gift. My gift is to be an inspiration. Is to help. I think also it's like my calling into, you know, connecting the dots and setting the plays and being a helping hand and being an encouragement to my circle, because too many times there's no help. You know what I'm saying? You got family, you got people who's around, they're not helping, they're not giving, they're not making time, they're not investing, they're not pouring in, they're not reaching out, they're not supporting, they're not, you know, they're not trying to position you in no way, shape, or form. They're not telling their boss, I got a cousin that need a job, I got a friend that need a job. They're not telling their homegirl that work at housing, you know, I got a person that got a homegirl that got 2 kids and she need to get an apartment, you know what I'm saying? She's living here on the floor, she's living in somebody's living room. They're not doing none of that, you know what I'm saying? So I always find it, you know, almost like my duty to be impactful in those ways.
Gotcha.
Because it's hard for a lot of people. It's hard in general, just in life. But if you ain't trying to encourage at least your peers, people you call your friends, people who you call your bros, people who call your sis, if you're not letting them know that it's all right, if you're not letting them know not to stress about certain things,
Give them a hug.
you get them a hug, embrace them, then what are you doing?
Right.
You just living life, you just going as you please.
I mean, most people are, though.
Yeah, most people are. But that's those
Most
things
people
like that,
are.
giving somebody a hug. You don't know what nobody's going through. We all have our struggles. And
Yeah.
Everybody is going through something.
Yeah.
And I feel like something simple as a hug, simple as a phone call, as simple as a text. Somebody needs that.
They all need that.
We all need something. Some type of something. And then people just are so busy in their own lives, they don't care about the next person. And that person sitting there like, is this? I know what you're saying.
Yeah, so I just know that that's my gift. I just know that's my role. I just know that, you know what I'm saying, that's what keeps me blessed. You know what I'm saying? And some people might say, oh, you can buy your business. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta help. You don't gotta look out. Focus on yourself. Do for you.
YOLO.
You know what I'm saying?
YOLO.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's your life.
No one cares.
Do what you can. And it's like,
I know, but I think that's excuse too.
I just think everything is a balance. You make time for you, you pour into you, you support you be your biggest supporter, you do all that for you as well. But anything that you could do for anybody, whether or not they appreciate it, whether or not they value it, whether or not if they think that you doing it for alternative reasons, forget what they think.
Yeah, really.
You know what I'm saying? You know what you doing is you know what you doing. If they pick up anything else, that's what they looking for. If you do any nice gesture for anybody in your life, you can't take away it being a nice gesture. Now, if they find any fault in that nice gesture that you doing, that's something that they looking for.
Yeah, they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause that's where their mind is at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You holding the door for an older lady, and one of your friends saying you holding the door because she's old and she might offer you money. No, I'm holding the door because that's how
I was raised that way.
That's the respectable thing to do.
Yeah, I was raised that way.
But maybe your friend, that's their morals.
There's a lot of people, and then the thing about it is, I'll be surprised if someone offered me something like word. Like I didn't do it for that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like,
I appreciate it. Thank you for doing that. So that's how I describe myself. I describe myself as being a blessing, bro. I find myself being a blessing. I know I'm genuine. I know what I'm about. I know how I operate. You know what I'm saying? I know what I could do for a person or what I could do just in general if I choose to step in. You know what I'm saying? I know my pull. You know what I'm saying? I know what I could do. I know what I bring to the table.
You know what you bring to the table.
I know my value. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then I'm also encourage my friends and my peers and let them know how much of that they are enough. You know what I'm saying? Letting them know that they don't need no validation from anybody. I'm going to encourage them to go ahead and do that business, to go ahead and sell them shirts, to go ahead and promote their brand. And I'm going to help them promote it. And I don't want no position.
Nah, he's not looking. He doesn't look for a come up off of that. He's not that guy.
I'm still paying for the product. I'm still doing what I need to do because you got to think about it. I know what it's like to not have no support.
You do.
I know what it's like not to have no support. So how could I don't need to put myself in the mind frame of him not having no support. So I'm going to give him that support. He don't got to explain to me how, he in Jersey and nobody's messing with him or whatever. Or whatever. He don't got to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that push to step in to help. You know what I'm saying? If I could plug him into a show or open mic, if I could help him hand his CDs out, if I could throw his song on my mixtape, I'm going to do that.
And he's done that. And I've done that for him.
You know what I'm saying? The problem is that people look for certain support. Appreciate the support that you're getting.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't pick and choose what support need to look like. You know what I'm saying? In our minds, we know what we need help with, So that's one thing. You need help with something, and you would like for certain people to step in on certain things. But just appreciate when a person is even stepping in just a little bit. He might not hang up your posters in the streets, but he's showing up to your show. He bought a ticket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's still valid. It might not be what you may want in the moment, but he's present at your show.
That's enough.
But exactly, but you know, but that's
not,
the thing.
I mean, it could be more, but that's alone,
enough. You came away, drove there, pay your toll, pay gas, be happy.
But everybody is different. You gotta appreciate what anybody is. In this day and era, you need to just appreciate just the little that somebody is doing. If I'm telling somebody to buy his shirts, buy his merch, if I'm posting his specials that he's doing half off on Fridays, if I'm throwing that on my story, and I'm throwing that on my page, and I'm also buying, and he's venting on the gram about the lack of support from family and friends and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem he got to deal with.
That's that spoiled.
I had the same problem.
I know what I'm doing. And if it's not good enough, I don't really even care if he feel like it ain't good enough, because I know my intentions. My intentions is to help. My intentions is to make sure that he stay on point with that, because I know that's his desire. I know that's what he like. But I also know how it is sometimes when you don't got the money to invest in the merch and shit like that.
No, I can promote it for you. I can't get it, but I'm gonna put it on your store.
But I might be in a position to help him get the shirts to start it up.
You had a birthday party not too long ago. I seen you put the clip of it up. I really wanted to go. Okay. I did, but I couldn't make it at the time. But I really was like, damn, if I go to any of his parties, I should be at the birthday party.
A lot of people didn't make it to the birthday party, but it's cool, you know.
I was like, damn, I ain't know him. I went outside.
This man, if it wasn't for this man, I would have gotten into a lot of situations.
But how did you meet him? Like, you were just lost.
All right, this is the story. This is the story. I don't know if I told this story, but this is the story.
I haven't heard it. Okay.
All right, so it starts with Elmo, because Elmo's the reason why I went to Harlem. So I did Elmo in 06, the late 06. It started getting popular out in this area in 07. We did that big show at the Pyramid with Mental Supreme. We didn't win, but Envy played the record on Hot 97 the next day. And then a couple people played it, but after that it dried up. And then I found Envy, and Envy was like, yo, you got to get your stuff bumping on the internet. That's what everybody's looking at the internet. This is 07, right? So because of certain situations I had going on at the time here, I was like, well, at the time, Chicken Noodle Soup was the biggest song.
Oh, yeah, that's all.
Yeah. And I took the drum pattern for that and made it for Elmo, whatever. But anyway, when I was like, I'm going to take this song to Harlem and try to get it popping there. So I went with my man, with Don J, and he was a dancer at the time. I don't know what he's doing now. Shout out to Don J. He's in Georgia somewhere. Went down there with me and this little skinny dancing nigga, like literally. And I ran into you at a cookout. I forget whose cookout. It was just somebody I knew, and I went to the cookout. He was a DJ. So I came to him.
So I was DJing this group called GFC.
That's what it is. Shout out to GFC. They still doing. They on their grown tuxedo.
They do a lot of the parties in New York City. Shout out to my boy Prez. I was DJing a cookout. One of the elite teams coming up in Harlem. I was DJing a cookout, and that's when PO came to the cookout.
I probably had an Elmo hat on.
Yeah, everybody came through. And he handed me the CD,
and it had Elmo's face on it.
I was like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? What the hell is this Elmo? What is this? But I played the record.
Yeah, you played the record.
Because I'm like,
and that record's still fire to this day. I played it the other day. That shit's still knocks. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So
TikTok is popping, nigga.
Yeah, TikTok is popping. Think about that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Elmo and shit like that will work on TikTok.
Yeah,
but dance to it.
But the thing, once you know, he gave me the CD, he had his number on it, so I gave him a call, and that's when he pulled up on me. And we was chopping it up.
And I had beats.
He had beats. And that's when everything just went up.
He was like, oh, you make beats, you're a producer?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we linked up. He pulled up. This dude pulled up with the PlayStation. That's when we was making beats on PlayStation. He pulled up I had an office. My mom
It was
she managed the building at the time that we grew up in, and they had one apartment where they turned into an office. So I used to also use I was also using the office as my hangout, but also it was like a safe haven. You know, just like the H Loft was, we gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But it was like a safe haven for me to bring my crew, like my boys,
and you
my
could
friends.
practice and do
You know what I'm
everything.
saying? So instead of bringing them in my crib, I brought them to the office. So it was like the headquarters in a sense. Later on, as we look back at it, it was the headquarters, but it also kept us out of trouble because if we didn't go to a party,
Be out,
we'd be out in the streets.
Or you
roaming.
bring the party there.
Or I bring the party there. But I had everybody pull up there. Every rapper you could think of that was bubbling, they pulled up on me like that. But when he pulled up, this dude was like, he had a TV with him.
I had a little small TV.
I'm like a TV.
I had
I'm
a
like,
small, great black and white TV.
So he was making beats on the spot in the office with the TV. And we used to hook up this stuff to my system, my sound system.
And it sound crazy.
To get that, get that effect. But I always thought that he was dope because making beats on a PlayStation. And the crazy thing is later on, that's when we started to be like, you know what, we're gonna get these joints mixed. That's when we started investing into it. But it sounded good just off the software of a PlayStation. And the CD he had for the beats, it was scratched up.
Some of them are right there.
And he still made it work. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember so many times he like, yo, I gotta buy me a new game. I said, wow, it's scratched up. Whatever case.
The PlayStation game, and I would get a new. I invested a lot. But then I told him I did beat battles prior to meeting him.
Yeah, he told me.
And I would take the same shit, like the TV, and everybody would be like, "What you gonna play, Tekken?" I press play, and they shut the fuck up. That's all they need to know. And that beat battle award right there tells you 04.
Yeah.
So I've been doing it.
POB.
I don't toot my horn, but people that know me.
That's how we connected. Like it was a cookout. But that's how a lot of rappers knew me. Because I embraced them. Like I wasn't the DJ like, yo, like you gotta give me some money to play your shit. Or I wasn't the DJ that was like, yo, get out of here. I don't want to hear that. Like I met so many dudes, lifey dudes, so many dancers, and they still know me. You know what I'm saying? They still show me love. And I still get the love. Like this was back in the day because throughout all this time, I never changed. You know, some people get older, they change, and they get standoffish. They don't want to be bothered. Yeah. But nah, I'm still open to help the best way I can. I got what I got going on, but if I could still make something shake, I'm gonna make it shake. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna get this time back.
Right.
He made us a mixtape, one of the first mixtapes that I have a song on, and that actual song was my biggest song in Harlem, which is "Stick 'Em." Because I made "Stick 'Em," and a shout out to DJ S. Dot, and salute to and RIP to Black Caesar. Because without those two, that song wouldn't have gotten popular. They played that like 6 times at this party, and I was like, "Oh, this is how it feels to be one of them motherfuckers." And it literally, I took "Stick 'Em" like the Fat Boy, because when I met him, it's like I kind of got in tune to this early 80s thing. I was like, no one's flipping the early 80s beats. And I came across the Fat Boys like songs and shit. I was like, their production is crazy. So I started just sampling theirs. And when I came across, I was like, this is perfect. DJ Fat Boy, Harlem DJ Fat Boy. So I made this beat where it goes, Fat Boy. And I got it still.
I should have went live.
Yeah.
I should have went live in here.
Oh, well, you can still do it.
You live
You can still do it. Now I could just put it somewhere.
Aren't you live right here? Isn't somebody live right here?
That's mine.
So what's that? You got
That's recording. This is live.
You got 2 phones?
Yeah, I always had to. I just didn't know I didn't know I could still use this on my Instagram. Oh. And I think Bumpy or somebody said it, and I was like, let me see.
On your Wi-Fi, you got.
Yeah, I'm old
get it
too.
Together. Oh,
yeah, I know. But anyways, like I was saying, I did that beat, and I was like, yo, this is yours because it got your name in it and all that shit. Like, this is it. I come back like a couple weeks later. Well, actually, I used to be there every weekend from Thursday to Sunday religiously for 2 years, from 07 to 09. I was in Harlem. I was either making beats, promoting promoting my songs, promoting their songs, going to parties. And I was an older head nigga, but I was going to parties and shit. And I came back one time, and this nigga's like, "Yo, we made a song to that." And I was like, "What's the song?" And you had Tron. Shout out to Tron. Who else is on there? Slim
Dollars,
True, Young. No, Truth was on there.
Where?
Truth not on that record.
You talking about 88 Money?
Yeah, 88 Money.
Oh nah, I had Slim,
Tron, and someone
Murph,
else.
and Triz.
Okay, it's 4
people in there.
And that is a utter. I met you. You don't have? Do you have that?
Yeah, I still have that.
With his no problems, or it might be a little shaky on how it sounds.
I mean, nah, it's still good. You know what I'm saying? But it was limited because I never got the files.
I know that. At that time, he just took the beat as is, and you went to a studio. I forget the name.
But the studio I went to
wasn't.
I couldn't get the files. I wasn't even thinking about that.
You was just recording.
I didn't even know nothing about that because now.
Yeah, because you don't have the audio, and you don't have the vocals and nothing like that.
Yeah, because to mix that now,
you have to redo it. Literally,
you have to redo it.
Yeah. But he did 88 Money. Now I was like, what the fuck, this song? And he was doing the hook, like, because he has that sound, that New York Harlem sound. He's like,
you got video on your Instagram, but you DJing?
No, I don't really got no videos. Well, I might have some house videos of me DJing because during COVID I was going live.
Oh, okay.
I had like this red light special type of thing where I was going live, just playing music and stuff like that. Yeah.
You guys like the people donating money, or you were doing it for free?
I was doing it for free, but I had a few people like cash apping me and stuff randomly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just me to practice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was woofed out because you couldn't go to the barber. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man, this man here, like, I honestly, I wanted to tell you, like, prior, like, I because of my situation, but I was always telling Bumpy, like, yo, if I could get to the city, I'd go and sit down with you again. Because that was on my mind. It's just like, I knew I was like, let me figure out what I could do here.
Yeah.
And he just hit me like, yo, I see what you're doing. I want to sit down. I want to come out to Jersey. I seen you in Jersey like some months back. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, man, let's make it happen. And like I said, this man is a brother to me. He looked out for me when nobody had to, when I was crazy running around Harlem talking shit. I was talking shit to a lot. I could have got killed out there.
Oh, really?
Man,
why was you so
ask
bad?
him.
I mean, he didn't really have a filter. And I don't think it was personal. You know what I'm saying?
I just felt I was better than a lot of the talent I was around.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Little cocky.
Yeah, arrogant.
I think it was more of an ego thing for him.
Yeah, it was.
You know
because they were kids to me. And no disrespect, but they were kids to me. And I was already on this plane of, I know how to do the songs. I know how to do that. That's why I said on the other clip, I was like, yo, I'm making these lifey beats and I'm telling these dudes, just make a regular song to it, but they're making a whole song about the dance. But granted, I made a whole song about the dance and it popped out there. But I'm thinking further than that, because I'm like, you could take a regular artist and put him on a beat, but it won't be considered a lifey song, even if the dance is involved, because you could go further with this. Right. And this is at that time when this is at its peak. Right. It's still peaking now. Like, shout out to OnStar again, because I know he's doing it, and the Waffle Kids and all that shit. Like, they be in the subway train doing all the flipping and shit like that, and they be outside and shit. So it's still there. It's still and Crybaby Cozy, shout out to him. You know him.
Shout out to Crybaby.
Yeah, like the dude, he was in the Chris Brown videos a lot. The big dude, whatever. So anyway, he lost weight. But I'm just saying there was a lot of people that are like, they are like maybe known and they're somewhere else. But
I mean, like Lifey's definitely made it all around the world.
Yeah.
And it definitely,
Mr. YouTube and all that.
It come from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely was a thing, you know what I'm saying, that helped a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And it's definitely something that's known globally. So
shout out to Harlem the Kid. He don't really talk to me too much.
It's
anymore.
Your boy Harlem.
But shout out to Harlem the Kid, you know what I mean? He might pop up on a live or whatever. I went to war for a lot of shit. I went to war for him too. Like, when people wasn't fucking with him, I was like, I was screaming at niggas that's known. Webstar. I seen him recently at I seen him recently. He was at the Hackensack Brewery.
Oh, yeah.
And for some reason, no disrespect, Webstar, but I couldn't remember his stage name, but I remembered his real name. So I was like, "Yo, what up, Troy?" And he just looked at me, and I was like, "But he knew it was me."
Oh wow, he was where?
He was at Hackensack, the Hackensack Brewery, right around here.
I haven't been there yet.
It's about one of the only events out here that's rocking.
I really haven't been yet.
Yeah, my cousin DJ's there. Shout out to Mike Jones. Shout out to DJ ACL. Shout out to all my people out there that support. It was a lot of people.
Next event?
They didn't say it, but I know it.
Okay.
I'll let you know. I don't know.
Behind this camera.
Yeah. I know. I don't know if they want to promote it right now, but it's coming up soon.
Okay.
It's coming up soon.
I'll go outside.
Yeah, come outside. But yeah, I backed him, like, and I'm happy because it took some years, but the position that he's in now, that's what he was striving for back then. Like, and just to be recognized, because a lot of people that was up there wasn't really recognizing him. I want to make sure that's known. They was kind of like, yeah, whatever. But now, if you're in Harlem, you gotta show respect, because you know what I mean. Like, you know what I mean.
They know the groundwork, man.
Yeah, we was out there with the posters, with the CDs, giving them out on 125th and everywhere else. Like, we was doing that.
That's why when I tell people, when people talk about the grind, talk about the hustle and stuff like that, like we had to really do that. We had to really make those things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like when they talk about what they do in the South as far as footwork, we was doing footwork at a young age.
Yeah, they was.
And it's like I didn't really have no blueprint. I was just like, you know what? I got to do whatever it is to be seen and get the word out. And that always been my thing. Like, and that's how I move with like my friends. Like, I had the H Loft, and the H Loft. I'm like, yo.
So what's this H Loft? So you had the office at your mother's, and then headquarters now. How you get to the H Loft?
So the church that I went to.
Oh yeah.
My father was saying how there's it's an empty space next door, but they was using that space, the 99-cent store at the bottom of my church. So when my pops was telling the pastor, which is my godfather, like, yo, you should look into that space because that'd be good for like the church's hall or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
So eventually he got it, and I was in there, and I was just overseeing it, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like I took the initiative to do certain things, like certain events. And then I told him, I said, listen, I ain't gonna wait for you to fix it up and do certain stuff to it and stuff like that. This is what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start, whatever. So when I started taking bookings, the bookings was helping the church.
Right.
And then because of who I was like, I'm the perfect person for the job. Like I got my system in there. I bring the lights in there.
Yeah.
And I also know a lot of people. So I'm like, yo, every time I got called for a baby shower, I'm like, yo, y'all need a space?
Right here.
You know what I'm saying? So
it was an event space.
So I was bringing all that there. But at the same time, I was plugging my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I was plugging my team. My brother was doing the security. You know what I'm saying? My god brother was doing the security. You know what I'm saying? I was giving my friends like little jobs. Like half of my dudes had keys to the spot to where they could pull up in there. You know what I'm saying? Any one of my boys, when it came to like a birthday party for their kid or a baby shower, they paid the low. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they enter something, I'm like, yo, the loft is here. Utilize the loft. Promote your brand. Come promote what you got going on. Come do a pop-up shop. Come do this. Do this. Come do that. But that always been my thing. Even if I ain't have my business, I'm like, I'm encouraging whoever to do what they need to do. I'm gonna help put them in position to do it. I might even force them to do it. Like you know what I'm saying?
What you
mean? You know what I'm saying? It was times he was telling me like, yo, you don't got no way to get out. I'm like, all right, nigga, we gonna put gas in there. We gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Because you need to be at this event. This is what you want to do. You need to be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Make it happen.
But that's the thing. Like, I ain't even like big on speaking on what I do. Because sometimes when you speak on what you do, people take it as like you bringing it up and it's not genuine. It's genuine because I ain't had to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Really negative people, I feel, think like that.
But people don't want you to discuss what you done, right? Because they like, why you bringing it up to me? What you done? You know what I'm saying?
It's like arrogance. I guess
I feel like it could inspire you.
I'm bringing it up to remind you that you know what I'm saying. What I did, I didn't have to do it.
Right.
No.
And I'm bringing it up to this.
He could have got to the same position he's in right now and just been like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I could be with all these other motherfuckers that's about money and this, that, and the third. And he's still with the same motherfuckers he came up with came up from the
Yo, let me tell you something. I don't have fallouts with people. Like I got some people who I'm still rocking with 20 years plus. And because we take accountability, you know what I'm saying? Like if we feeling a way about something, we speak on it. And I got this thing where, I put people on ice because if I truly love you and I truly got respect for you, I might just pause you for a little minute. And maybe down the line we'll speak again and we'll connect again and hang again and chill again. But I'm putting you on pause because I got love for you.
Right.
I don't gotta tolerate that attitude, that disgustingness. I don't gotta deal with none of that. You know what I'm saying? And I got enough shit going on to where why should I settle and deal for that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I was talking about earlier about looking at what's important. My health and my life is important. So if I'm still showing up, if I'm still adding value, if I'm still looking out, if I'm still plugging and still, connecting the dots, and I'm doing that just genuinely, then we gotta have mutual respect.
Mutual respect, right?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not telling you like I didn't have to do that. I'm telling you I chose to do that for you, and now we at odds for whatever reason. But just understand, like it don't gotta be that. You know what I'm saying? If we both understand where we both at, you know what I'm saying? It don't gotta be none of that. Listen, life is short, man.
Right.
I ain't carrying nothing around. Carrying the extra baggage.
Yeah. That's not
your body.
It makes you more sicker.
That part, right? That's makes you more sicker. I'm learning that to let go and to like take pause because I need to be around people who are taking accountability, people who are trying to build me up. All that other stuff, I can't have it no more. You can alter. Our health ain't the same.
Yeah.
I gotta still look 27.
Okay, sweet. Okay.
Morning, I'm outside my house.
Okay, girl.
I'm outside. I got like tonight. I'm looking like damn. I gotta be home. I gotta go 4:00. But
you do say that, yeah.
Every day though. My job too. I have 2 jobs, so I'm just.
You were doing.
I have 3 jobs really.
You got 3 jobs because the bartender, so right?
No, I do that too, but I do it every day.
She's a hustler.
When I go to my friend, I've considered a job. I get up in the morning 3 days a week to go do that. That's a job. Getting up out of my bed to go do that. And
are you flying now? What's happening there?
So now my other job is I work temporarily as a contractor for United Airlines. So I'm at the airport. I gotta be at the airport at 6 o'clock in the morning every other day.
Okay.
So then my other job is at 9:30 at the other days.
Okay.
So it's like, and so I'm just there's more.
You got a lot going on.
Right,
you got a lot going on.
And then so I'm just tired. So
I understand
so I don't be paying attention
to all the stuff
all the time. I'm not bored at Nordstrom. Nordstrom can be downtime now. So today I was online at work. I was bored, but I'm not really paying attention to people's stories, people's posts because I don't really.
20 minutes.
What's in 20 minutes?
That's right.
You got a car? Why not? You want to drive?
She gonna get into it.
I know how to drive, but
she interrogated. She gonna be like, you.
I'm like, I thought he had a drive. Like, he got money. He got
oh my god, he got money. Can we stop this? Give me the money.
I'm not saying give me, but I'm assuming.
I don't. Why does he have money?
Because I'm at Nordstrom. The promoters from on Washington Heights coming in, and they be coming in buying Balenciagas. Now I be like, then they be going like, be following me your friend on Instagram. All right, they be posting on the fancy stuff. Like, oh, they must get money as promoters. Okay, like. I don't want them. I'm just looking at how to get their lifestyle.
Every party I've seen him promote in the last, I don't know, years recent, it's a massive people. He has a support team. You have a support team when it comes to the promotions of parties and stuff of that nature.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
What's
homegirl's name? Because now she's a sexologist. Kisha, she used to be around the way. Kasha, shout out to Kasha. I see her online. She be doing her sexology shit.
Yeah. She sell toys and all that.
Yeah. I had a thing for back then. She didn't know, but she was talking about Queens anyway.
And now she
you know. Look at this nigga. It's all good. It's all good.
Have you checked out Pharmacy for Life by Styles P?
Yeah, I have.
You
But I haven't hit them up about any questions. But that's what September is gonna be about. We gonna really tap in with herbalists. We gonna tap in with people, and really try to put together a good, solid plan in the process of looking for a donor.
Do you? I mean, this is sort of came to my mind. Do you ever want to, or have you, or thought about like speaking? Since you're a DJ, you know people on Harlem, maybe speaking at school, it's school, I guess, or speaking at being a speaker somewhere to help people to get this out there, so people are aware of helping on top of their health and how this affects the Black community, how high blood pressure. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't take it serious. I got high blood pressure, girl. I'm gonna take my medication, but I didn't even know high blood pressure led to these type of extra problems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
high blood pressure damages.
Heart disease.
So I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, high blood pressure, take medication, girl. I said, I didn't realize it was that serious. But now you're educating me, telling me
there's also herbal ways of getting
maybe
rid
other
of
people
that.
are like me and don't know either, are ignorant to this whole health high blood pressure thing and not taking it seriously. Maybe you've thought about speaking to people or being an advocate for this type of problem in the community.
I mean, I have spoken a few places before where but I wasn't speaking about this. I was speaking about just motivating and having and championing your own situation.
Yeah.
So I haven't really spoke about kidney stuff, but I've been more open to speak about it amongst my circle more because I know I watch how they eat and how they move.
Right.
Also, let me just throw this in because
One question real quick. One question and you can have it.
This is shit. Go ahead, man.
So also, since you just said, because you already just talking about it, so you said about you going to maybe go into pharmacy like with Styles P, maybe because of herbs and stuff. Maybe have you thought about maybe getting all that together, making a vitamin or making something to give to the community, can start something like a health something, like, you know what I mean, like a brand.
I mean, once I do what I got to do for myself, then I could kind of like promote it to others and also promote something that I'm doing that's working for me. Right. I gotta give it enough time to try for myself. Right. I gotta be open to. Yeah,
in the future, I was mom right now, but my mom starts working. I'm like, Isaac, we can do this, we can do that. Oh, let's see how this works, and then we can get to.
Definitely. When I come out of this, I would definitely make that be my life to help encourage those who's holding back on sharing what they got going on, to help those who want to become more comfortable and share publicly what they got going on. Because it was hard for me, but I had a few people. I had, a few friends that was telling me like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. It will be a good thing to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a good thing to share. You have a big platform. Right. A lot of people put it out there. So I had a lot of encouragement. So, and I also used that same encouragement to be, to my peoples. You know what I'm saying? I pass it on.
Right. In the church, you said you're part of the church. I don't know if you're still part of it, but to help the people in the church, they may be ignorant to the fact of fried chicken at the church. You know what I mean? That fried chicken do lead to health issues. We keep having fried chicken at the church.
I would never tell nobody don't eat no fried chicken.
No, I'm not saying don't, but don't eat.
But what I would say is that everything is a balance.
Yeah. Moderation.
Moderation. Every Sunday.
Which brings me back to what I was going to say before.
Every day ain't Thanksgiving.
Right, that part.
I've noticed in Harlem specifically, because I've been out in Harlem. My father's actually from Harlem, 147th. When I was in the Bronx as a kid, I used to get schooled in Harlem at St. Charles at PS 123. Okay. So I've always had a good connection with Harlem. So I've always was walking with my sister in front of Willie Burger and shit back in the 80s when that shit was the thing and all that. So I always remember.
That's my daughter's father, Willie Burger, the Burger people. Right?
Serious? Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right. I think his daughter still does stuff with that.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
But I noticed in Harlem specifically, there is a lot of obesity. There's a lot of obesity. And I always like the food, the convenience of the food, and like how they set it up is like, motherfuckers, yo, you know, we're gonna go to the store real quick, get this, that, and the third, boom, you eating it. Back then, motherfuckers wasn't going to the gym like that, or like it wasn't a thing, you know what I mean? So unless you're not moving around all the time, it's just building up. And I noticed that with a few people, not just him, but a few people that was skinny, gained weight, struggling with that, da 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 da. What do you say to that? Like, because I know they pushing in a lot of like vegan and a lot of like juice spots now.
I mean, you know, like everything, everybody's different, bro. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's made up different, and you know, people like what they like, and everything you like might not be good for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's everything. Anything.
That's with anything. So you know, it's about having a balance, man. Unfortunately, it always takes something drastic to happen
to make you
wake up and realize what's important. Because I never was going to the juice bar. I was never juicing. I was never into taking ginger shots and doing certain things, taking sea moss and stuff like that.
Shout out to Young Truth, because he got you on there, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I never, you know what I'm saying? I never, you know what I'm saying? Was into none of that. You know what I'm saying? Buying smoothies and stuff. I always, you know, mess with fruits because I grew up in a house where my pops is from the Caribbean. So we always was eating fruits, but I never made it a thing where that's what I want more out of a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I cook very well. So whenever I have a desire to eat something that might not be the best thing, I'm the one making it.
Yeah. I've been in the house. Yeah. I've seen y'all get down. You and your brother.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of smoke.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm really a beast in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I slowed down, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, every day ain't Thanksgiving. Like when people ask me about my weight loss and ask me about the weight loss and losing weight, I always tell them, I said, everything ain't Thanksgiving.
Well, you should do a TikTok on what your daily how you change eating. And I'm just saying, girl.
I mean,
my ideas. Like,
I mean, every day is different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I might leave here. We in Jersey. I might see my mom and don't want to get something to eat. You know what I'm saying?
You cook though. So when you making a dinner or something healthy for you to eat at home, you can post that today. I made this.
Oh yeah, I mean,
stuff like that.
Most of the time I do that. Like when I'm doing my juicing, when I'm in lock-in mode, I just order a new juicer. It's supposed to come either today or tomorrow.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? When I get into juice mode, I'm just raw juicing.
Yeah, and I've seen him. Online when he's in his zone.
Yeah.
He's juicing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So everything's about the mental, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, we get distracted with a lot of different things that's out of our hands. That might be personal, that might be things coming to try to destroy our peace. And you know what I'm saying? The best thing to do is to, you know, go through it in a moment, but don't let that shit linger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing linger. Don't let how somebody perception of you, how they feel about you, don't let none of that linger, because it's going to just take you away from what you got going on. So, you know, but that's also discipline, bro. Everything is in the mind. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, when I get into my zone when it comes to juicing and working out, that's me having a clear mind. That means nothing is bothering me. Nothing is getting me upset. Nothing that, you know, I may care about is getting me upset or getting me bothered, because I got to remind myself, you got something going on and you got to help your situation.
Right.
So,
because who's going to help your situation besides you? So everything else ends up coming irrelevant. In the moment when it happens, I'm like, yo, this crazy. Oh, this person or this job or this club that I'm at, they going crazy with the prices, or you know what I'm saying? This DJ acting funny, or this person, like, I'm mad. In the moment. But cannot let that be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, too many times we let things last longer than what it needs to be, and that's not what's up. You know what I'm saying? So
outside.
Nah.
Okay.
A lot of discipline in your mind.
I was gonna say, because I think we kind of went through most of the stuff, and we're not gonna go through the current events. We'll save that shit for later.
Yeah.
I know your main thing was I don't know if because you seen my clip or whatever, but your main thing was support, and why it was always so hard to get support from probably the closer people, other than people like strangers. You know, for your futures, your plans for the future. What is in your head? I know your health is number one, but aside from that, with your name, your brand, and everything, because it's way bigger than it was before. What was your plan as Harlem DJ Fatboy? Like, what's the next step?
I think honestly, I wanna get back to the music. I want to get back to the music. I want to get back to the music in terms of building with artists. I want to get back to the mixtapes. I want to get back to helping be a part of people's situations. People giving ideas, giving input. You know what I'm saying? Help strategizing. I want to kind of be more of that. You know what I'm saying? Like you for example, you say to me, all right, yo, bro, I want to do a project. And I'm like, I bet I'm gonna find a venue and we're gonna do a show. We're gonna set up a table and we're gonna have merch and we're gonna invite all people with cameras. I'm gonna have somebody reach out to such and such blog. We're gonna film it, YouTube it, blast it out. We're gonna show the process. We're gonna show you recording the project. We're gonna show you I wanna be able to draft up the whole rundown, the rollout of what the situation gonna be. We're gonna pull up to other places. We're gonna find out if it's a fee for you to open up for certain artists, even though the artist is already on. But there's always opportunities like that people don't really take on. And the thing is, even if they don't know your record, it's just your presence. Make your presence be felt in that moment. Make your presence be alive in that time. Doesn't matter if you're a special guest. It don't matter if you're not even on the flyer. Somebody's gonna leave there and they're gonna remember you. But in the crowd, it's gonna be our people in the crowd. So in the process of you performing, we like, yeah. So now niggas is reacting off of everything. Is like people react off everybody. Yeah. So you gotta create that illusion. You gotta create that type of energy. Bring your supporters, you know what I'm saying? Whatever we gotta do. I remember Strong, he had a show. Strong had like 2 shows. Shout out to Strong. And I had got the van, the church van.
You the church van.
Yo, he came out here with a van. The Hackensack, remember that time?
Yeah, I had got the church van to.
You still with the church?
Not as often.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm tapped in.
He's tapped in. Yeah.
But
he talked to the Lord every day.
I had got the church van because I'm like, yo, we're gonna put everybody in the van. And I used to tell them, like, yo, listen, I'll buy a couple of tickets and give it to niggas. If you tell people in your block or people in your hood, your friends, you got a show and you expecting for them all to meet you there, some might end up checking out.
Yeah.
But if everybody come together, like, yo, we leaving at this time.
Yeah. And it's transport.
Transport available.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's 20 of us pulling up, 10 of us pulling up. So we got to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? And, everybody could say in a circle.
Well, y'all also older too.
Yeah.
And you got life, family, things like that. So
everybody could contest to me being a person that does that. I does that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bring everybody together. I know what it's like I'm calling because everybody don't have that communication, you know what I'm saying, with everybody like I do. Like, I'm tapped in, like I could tell, yo, cuz, yo, man, yo, this, yo, that, yo, rock, yo, this, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because if you leave it to somebody else,
it's not gonna.
Nah. They're not gonna.
How many put my book into a movie?
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? First of all, you gotta get the book out there.
Right.
Do you want to read an excerpt? Because the excerpt is always entertaining.
Okay.
Because there's a whole bunch of debauchery in that book. A whole bunch.
You got to read.
Yeah. All right. So what we could do with this is, right, and this is just how special and gifted. This is how I know, like, my gift. So your book, right? I ain't read your book, but your book is called Beautifully Broken, right?
Right.
Just off the name alone, is given. This is what it's given,
Okay.
right? It's given a person who's beautiful, right? But inside is broken. And a lot of people is broken, but it's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? So just off the title alone is a title that's going to encourage somebody just off the strength of just the title, right? So now we look at the image. The image is a face and it's broken up into pieces. The broken represent the broken of the pieces. You know what I'm saying? That's what it represents, right? So just somebody seeing this alone is supposed to give power. Like, I got the book and it's already giving me power. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me power. It's giving me encouragement. I'm about to learn about somebody else's story because my story ain't better than her story. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So now, if this was me promoting this book, and I don't know what you done with this book. This is my first time us meeting each other, right? This book is a book where you will go to high schools, you will go to shelters.
Someone else said the same thing.
Listen, you would go to high schools, you would go to shelters.
This man is genius.
Now, this is expensive to put together a book.
Right.
So you could not bless a school with this book, but you could bless the school with reading this book. And you might touch a few souls in the process, and you might decide to pull a few girls out and get them a book because that's just be the right thing to do, right?
Right.
And because this is your first book.
Yeah.
So
I have a kid's book.
you had a kid's book for her,
right? But this is your first,
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay. So I don't know what's the plan behind this book, but this book could become a series, right? Because
That's a thinker.
in the process,
I forgot how it is being around this motherfucker. Go ahead, talk.
in the process of you sharing this word or sharing your life or sharing what it's like of your experiences, you don't have to openly do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's important because a lot of people need, when I say they need to hear a story, right? But they also need to hear the transition. See, everybody want to know the process. There's nobody that don't want to know the process. I always want to know the process when it comes to a restaurant, when it comes to a business, when it comes to anything. So the purpose is this book is supposed to help people, but this book is also supposed to help you because it's supposed to free you from what you choosing to share. So you sharing this shit, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, give your story. You can keep it right in your heart, keep it right in your body. But you choosing to share this. So because of what it represents, it's a lot of single moms. There's a lot of people who might been through the same predicament and they still might be going through that. They probably haven't let go of their circumstance. They probably haven't let go of that hurt. So they might need somebody else to share their experience and let them know, all right, it's gonna be all right, it's gonna be great. And you let them know where you transition from. See, the most important thing is for us to be able to show the transformation. You know what I'm saying? Because we could all sit here for hours and speak about certain hurts, certain family stuff, certain traumas, certain things. But what's the other side now? Are we staying stuck in that? And none of us could say how long we're supposed to stay stuck in it.
Right.
But eventually we want to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like eventually you want to experience what else is there for you.
Right.
Because it's greatness for everybody. No matter how dark it may look right now in the moment, it's still gonna be some light at the end of the tunnel. So I didn't read this book, but this is what the book is giving. And that's the purpose of the book is supposed to give that effect. Because we get books all the time. We go to people's house and they got books laying around and hand you a book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? It's a book. But you know, it have to represent something.
Right.
Like I always feel like when I leave anywhere, wherever I'm at, my presence is always gonna be felt. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. Anybody who I ever interact with in this life.
Busy man.
You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who I ever interact with in this life, my presence was felt.
Mm-hmm.
We might have had a falling out, we might have had a disagreement, and they might could say, "Oh, I hate his guts."
We went back and forth a couple times, but it was never that serious.
Never that serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He older than me, but I had to check him a few times.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to bring him down to earth with us.
Yeah.
Because he was all the way in the clouds.
Yeah, I was definitely. I was like, "What are you guys doing here?"
Yeah, you know
He's like,
saying?
"Calm down."
You know what I mean? But it's all love, man. Like when you move with love, you can't really worry about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, things is temporary. You meet people for a month, you could be with them for a month.
In your life, and that might be it.
That might be it.
I think a lot of times
that's a part of the chapter, man.
Real quick, I know you're in a rush and everything.
Nah, I just gave him the address.
Okay. First of all, didn't you try to start to do a podcast at one point?
So I did my podcast, and the podcast was gonna really help promote my situation.
Yeah.
But the place we was working out of, it did some craziness. So, you know, it didn't work out. It was kind of like it was doing like a bartering thing where we do things
for time and face.
But I'll probably start going back live again. And you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta just, like I said, like a podcast is a lot of work, a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people, so I can get a lot of content. That's not the issue.
How's the H Lounge or whatever?
Oh, the H Lounge, it closed. It closed because they sold the building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
this happened a year and a half ago?
About 2 years.
2 years.
So, you know, my podcast was called For the Love of the Grind. Mm-hmm. And we talked.
That was one of the titles of your mixtape.
Yeah. So
which one of his first mixtape, he put my song on, like I was gonna say, and he had a lot of upcoming acts there, but one of them is A$AP Ferg.
Yeah.
And I was the song right before A$AP Ferg. And I didn't know this at the time because this is a year before, or 2 years before he came out with A$AP, like when they came out in 2009 and stuff. So he told me, I was like, what? I went back, found the CD. I was like, ain't this a motherfucking bitch? And he's good friends.
Put that fan back on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's my.
He in Whole Foods all the time.
Yeah, he live right over here. Oh. That's my boy. It's my brother, man.
Yeah. So I just want to put that out because he's always been intrigued. And that's a lot loud. I don't want to be that loud. He's always been involved and active in helping out acts. Mm-hmm. And like I was going to say before, me and you have a similar thing. We're passionate. We're very passionate about what we do. And we want everyone around us to win. Mm-hmm. We just don't want, like, I'm not that guy. Like, I won, all right, bye. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? If my peoples, especially my peoples.
I try not to even use the word bye.
You mean? See you later.
Oh yeah,
because it's just represent like an ending.
See you later. See you again.
Yeah, but you know, cause the biggest thing for me, like I always been conscious of a lot, but when I got sick, my mind just expanded more, and I started appreciating things even more. Right. I always appreciate people, but I appreciate people even more, especially people who pour into me, who constantly remind me who I am. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Let me know about my greatness. Because sometimes we fall short of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't always got it together. Because mentally this is a new transition for me. Mm-hmm. So it's a big adjustment from my normal. You know what I'm saying? To know that this is what you gotta do 3 times a week. To knowing that you might feel like not doing something else. Mm-hmm. To know that people still have expectations of you. Mm-hmm. People still want you to show up a certain way.
You still gotta be healthy for yourself.
You still gotta be healthy for yourself. Right. You gotta you still get an act to do 100 things. You know what I'm saying? You still pour it into people. No matter what. No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said, "Ooh, you got kids on
Shout
top of that."
Shout out to Rob. Remember Rob?
Oh yeah, shout out to Rob Lowe. Yeah.
Rob Love. He was a white guy at the time. It was very odd. Yo. We have this group of like teenage kids going into their 20s. I'm like a late 27-year-old dude with beats, and I'm chilling with them. Then you was Rob around my age? He was like around my age.
Yeah, yeah. Rob was like maybe 30.
Yeah. He was like 30, and he's this white boy involved. Like they were a team at one point, and he was. I don't know if y'all was doing shows, and he was DJing and shit. But yeah, it was just odd. But this guy, he's a real good guy. Like he really tries to help a lot of people.
That's good.
He really tries to make sure everybody in his vicinity is good. Shit.
I mean, you got to think about it, right? People lack help. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you got going on, you can have a house, you can have cars, you can have everything under the sun, but they don't have no help. And it's like they just accustomed to doing everything on their own. So here you come along,
That's me.
and you like, all right, bet, come on, I help you. And it's like, hold on, you want to help me plant the flowers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's wrong with that? You holding the door for me? You giving me a gift for Christmas? You asking me what I want for my birthday? My own family not giving me nothing for my birthday. We're like, what's making you want to do this?
We said this.
So they can't. So some people can't receive.
Yeah.
They so scared because they've been turned down so much. They've been treated bad so much.
She's helped me a lot. And I didn't I was just like,
but I always help. I never get help, and I was like, offer me help. I don't want it. I was like, what do you want?
When she asked for help, I try to help her as best I can. Like I'll be like, yeah.
But it's, I mean, outside of that, I mean, no one. I don't have a. I never. Like women like, oh, my man helped me. My man got me this. I'm not used to having a man do anything for me. I don't know what that feels like. So what does that feel like? I don't know. I can't even get a happy birthday, so I don't know.
Did your birthday just pass? Wait, no, you said you was Leo. Wait, what?
Yeah, nobody's guys.
Oh,
you know that.
I did say.
You sent me happy birthday.
Oh yeah, listen.
Sent me happy birthday.
I did. A couple days after, but I got to it.
Inside joke. Inside.
I got to it. I got to it.
Right there. But
no,
I'm just saying,
I forgot because everything's moving.
Right, it's like I can't. So I don't get things. So I don't know what it feels like to really get something.
Yeah, I understand that. I could agree with that. I'm that's why sometimes certain people I might not ask for anything because I feel like they're already stuck on what they're stuck on.
I mean, people got stuff going on, man.
Yeah,
but people will ask you because they know that you would do.
That's the thing. That's the thing that I get a little irritated about.
But at the same time, when you know that you're not doing it for anything other than just to do it, you can't really even think about whatever their intentions are. I know my intentions, and I'm good with that.
If you ask somebody, if somebody that always asks you for something and you don't really ask them for something and you just act, like I remember I asked my sister, I was like, I don't normally ask just because of this. Because I know I'm going to get, it's going to get to this point. And then when you hit me with that, then it's like, see, I kind of wasn't even asking to really get the answer. I was asking to see what kind of the temperature it was. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. But like most people ask me, yo, bro, da, 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 da. And for the most part, I do it. You know what I mean? If I fuck with you, I do it.
I mean, listen, it's hard for a lot of people, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta think about that, and we gotta remind ourselves that if you're in position to do anything, make it work. You know what I'm saying? Make it happen. If you could do anything, because first of all, you can't leave this earth with none of this stuff.
Sure
you know what I'm saying? You can't take your bank account, and there's no U-Haul. You know what I'm saying? That goes behind your hearse.
Yeah, none of that. So only if you're in Egypt, then it might be.
So you know, so it's like you gotta just whatever you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, like for the rest of my life, I'm leading with love. No matter how disappointed I may be in certain situations, no matter how bothered I might be about certain stuff that's out of my control. Yeah. But I'm still gonna move with love. It's so easy to go negative. It's so easy to crash out. It's so easy to go left. Yeah. It's so easy. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of things that disappoint me. There's a lot of people that's what it is. It's not even hurt. It's like disappointment. It's a lot of people.
Know how good love. Like, I learned to love, right? Myself. Not like love feels so good. Even when the person may not love you back, but just wake up and, oh, I love this person, love this, it's love, let's love life, it's love after just waking up. It's a totally different energy. I feel like it's a totally different energy.
Listen, you gotta tell you like I was telling him earlier before we started shooting. You gotta tell yourself that this is temporary.
Right. This is temporary.
You know what I'm saying? Like not having a job, not having money, or not having certain things. It's temporary. It's all right.
But I told you my situation. I was like, I'm not going up here and saying, I'm not focusing on the negative.
Yeah.
I'm focusing on the positive. But this is one of the things that keep my mind busy while
like, for instance, there's been days when I have 3 kids that live in my house.
Yes.
That I take care of, and I don't get no help from nobody.
And you do everything
and
yourself.
I have to pay rent. Sometimes I'm behind on my bills. Sometimes my car new, and I don't sit there. Oh, I just live my life.
Yeah,
when the money comes, I'll pay it. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna think about it. I might call and go, my money comes, you're gonna get it. I am not stressing over it because I know for a fact I'm gonna get it. May not get it today, but it's gonna come and the bill gonna get paid, and I'm not crying about it. It's over.
What's the time limit on you?
Few minutes.
Okay.
But it's temporary. Everything's temporary.
That's why I don't be weak.
So it's like
this too shall pass.
Everything.
Calm down. Lord of the Rings.
Everything is in the moment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In the moment, we could be upset. In the moment, we could be upset with your best friend, with your day one, with your family member. But don't allow it to go past that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and however way another person is moving or operating, it don't got nothing to do with you. It don't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm more disappointed in people and in things more than anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not upset. I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. I'm just disappointed because I never expected for you or the situation to become what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's fine if you rather keep it that way. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be all right because I know what I gotta deal with.
Yeah.
So why should I add
that to it?
Because if I add that on top of what I'm dealing with, it's gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take me out of here. So no, we're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And I wish you all the best.
Right.
Shout out to Specs, my brother Specs. I came to his house with beats, and I remember I played that "Died in Your Arm Tonight."
Oh yeah,
and that was the beat that got you was like, oh, I gotta mess with this dude because he got some joints. So I remember him and Specs was there. Shout out to him. Shout out to Rel. Shout out to all the boys that.
Shout out to all the team, man. Shout out to all my bros. I ain't gonna say everybody's name because too many names in the
you ain't say my name.
But everybody know who I be around. Everybody know who's been around. Shout out to everybody that supports. Shout out to everybody that takes the time to share my video. Shout out to the people who call me and just to call me to check in, not calling to ask for anything, not calling to see.
I haven't done that. I have to do that more.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? People, got a funny way of what they do.
That part.
But I'm grateful for those who still around. I'm grateful for those who help. I'm grateful for those who still come to the parties years later.
When I seen you on Cedar Lane, I was like, "Yo, you in the hood?" I rolled right up there. I was I can't let this happen.
So you gotta appreciate everything. You gotta appreciate the support. You gotta appreciate what anybody is choosing to do for you, whether it's their agenda or whatever it is. Just by allowing anybody to step in and do anything for you, you have to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very appreciative. I never ever feel like, you know what I'm saying, they better be doing this for me. You know what I'm saying? They better make this happen. They better plug me in. They better mention my name. Nah. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I mention their name, but they don't mention mine. Because I know my heart. You know
I understand that.
That's the biggest.
That's why I say I want everyone to win, even if they don't say, "Yo, Poe did this" or Poe. It's all right because at the end of the day, if I see them, they know what it is. They know what it is. They know what it is.
Listen, nobody's going to deny anybody that's great. Greatness don't fade away. Once you great and once you're established to be great, it don't matter who try to damage or say anything about you. People know real. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real attract real.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's no sugarcoating it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's real, you know what I'm saying, who's genuine, who moves off of love and principle and morals, Nobody is not gonna think otherwise, unless it's a person that's out to get you or out to sabotage you or out to bring you harm.
Yeah.
And those type of people you stay far away from.
Is there anything that we didn't?
That's the reality. That's the reality. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you gonna come across those. You gonna come across those.
I'm gonna tell him though too. He's very intelligent, but his intelligence has shown more out throughout the years. He was a little bit more when he was younger. He was a little more like, yeah, all right.
I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta put some things to the side, but you gotta be open to learn. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still at a point where I ain't too big headed, and I'm not afraid for anybody to have a respectable conversation with me. I'm not afraid to patch things up. I'm not afraid to make things peaceful, make things right. Some people want to carry shit forever. People want to keep things going from centuries past down. Some people want to move because they see another person moving a certain way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
you didn't want to better themselves.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just because they told you an old story that happened 30, 40 years plus, why are you taking this? Why are you taking that on? You know what I'm saying? That is, first of all, that's not your problem. It's not your situation. You was not there. You know what I'm saying? So why do you feel that it's your responsibility to keep that going? We breaking that cycle. We breaking those changes. We changing those narratives.
Okay, Tasha Cobb.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like we changing that. We can't stay stuck on that.
Nah.
It's not our problem. Right. And what do you accomplish when you keep anything from the past going?
Nothing.
You hold on to that.
You hold on to that. Yeah. And some people might be comfortable with holding on to it. But that also shows where their mentality is. Because that's what they want to keep going.
That's why I told you I had to cut certain situations off, because I couldn't be around it and not get drawn back into that situation.
But even when I listen, like hear my old family members, I'm on the phone and they talk to me. They bring up stuff that happened 1960.
But that's all they know sometimes.
Talking about 1960. We in 20. I could care less. Can you like talk about something? Every time,
I ain't
same
gonna
conversation. I don't care.
I ain't gonna lie. Online, it look and sound like 1960s though.
I'll be like, I gotta go. I gotta talk to you later. I gotta go. I don't want to discuss because I don't want to get an argument. That's a mentality. I gotta go. I can't talk to this.
And then you know, like you never want to hang up the phone with anybody. And now your mood, your energy, everything is changed.
That's why I gotta go.
Because life is short. So us talking now, anything can happen. We might not speak again. So why are we leaving with anything negative? Why are we leaving with anything bad? Why are we leaving with anything just that's not prosperous? You know what I'm saying? Like why do that? Anything can happen. So you know, all those, but that's what you got to get to that mind frame.
Yeah, everybody don't think like that. No. Everybody does not think like that.
No, they don't.
And I try to do like, you never know whatever happens tomorrow happens. I'm like, but that's not how you should think.
Yeah.
You should not think like that. I'm telling you, I love you. Take it and appreciate it back and tell me, because you never know. I might not see you again. I might hear from you, never talk to you again. Communicate now while we're here. Let's talk now while we're here.
Let's enjoy this moment now.
Right.
Yes. Because you know what I'm saying, all that we see next week, we're gonna see.
Maybe your funeral. There might be your funeral. I understand. Gotta argue with him, or we got mad at each other.
Yeah, I understand how that goes.
Yo, listen, that's why even when I have any disagreements, any fallouts, I'm never being disrespectful. Because God forbid anything happen, I don't want to be at your service. And I'm saying, damn, you know, I told that nigga to suck my, or I told him F him and I disrespected him, or I spit in his face. I don't want to have that on my conscience.
I'm talking about the last time you was venting. I was just like, it was a lot of wordplay.
Yeah,
I'm not in that space no more.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to know that that's how I left that person. I'd rather us not say anything.
And
I'd rather not say anything if it's going to cause for that type of energy to come.
Yeah, understand.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, sometimes things brew to the point where now it gets to that level. And before it gets to that level, now we got to just little woosah because, you know, that level ain't healthy. And it could go any kind of way from there now. Now it's out of talking.
It's past that.
Now it's physical. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, we want to avoid those type of things. Right. I mean, I'm in my 30s, man. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to be like that. And like I said, it goes back to knowing what's important. When you know you got something real happening in your life, you don't have time for nothing else. If you got to help your mom, or you got to do whatever, you don't need nothing else to clash into that.
Clash and interfere with that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, it might be bad right now, but it ain't bad forever. You know what I'm saying? Everything's temporary. Only for the moment.
Right.
We didn't get into your rapping, but you had a stint rapping for a minute. You had songs and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was around rappers, so it rubbed off.
Can you freestyle something?
He ain't gonna do it.
Nah.
I wouldn't do it.
I mean, I could, but I don't have the energy to do it.
Yeah. Plus, it was funny because he was doing all these parties, but all the songs he wanted to do was mad hood street shit. Yeah. And I was like, bro, I don't get the correlation.
Yeah, I mean,
I just didn't get it.
I mean, I transitioned back and forth. Like, I was just making music on whatever I felt. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of my songs really was the grime, because that's really what we was on.
That's why a lot of the titles was the grime.
We were so young, but we had so much of an older mentality.
You had a lot of older people around you too.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with a lot of older OGs because a lot of OGs is where I was around. Like, I was around a lot of older people. So, you know, all that going to the park as a kid and playing in the park, that was never my thing. Trying to play basketball, it was never my thing.
He always had a business mind, even if the money wasn't coming in at that time. He had a business mind about how he was moving.
Yeah, I always thought about the bag, man. Because the money, you could do a lot.
Right.
You can make a lot of have with money, man. When you don't have no money, you gotta sit still
and wait until it comes.
That's why I'd be like, come here.
I gotta go to bed. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know. All right. So okay. So
you got a lot to edit up.
Don't worry. We're gonna make it work.
Make sure you dice this up a little bit. Make sure I ain't repeating that twice.
The live got us.
So I might have to intricate everything else.
The live is on.
Listen, I know the live is on. Shout out to the live. They watching. Is there anything that you want to say? Tell the people. Make sure they know before we get out of here.
Just make sure you putting yourself first. Make sure you pursuing whatever your heart is telling you to pursue. Mm-hmm. Make sure you got good support around you. Make sure you pour it into yourself, you know what I'm saying, and champion and supporting yourself as well, because, you know, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? If you got something you're dealing with, whenever you're ready to share it, whenever you're ready to open up, whenever you're ready to put it out there, if it's something that you want to put out there, you know what I'm saying, don't be afraid. Don't worry about who's judging you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
where can they find you? Where can they see you?
You can follow me on Instagram, Harlem DJ Fatboy. Everything is Harlem DJ Fatboy. Mm-hmm. Everything.
Spelled regular. Harlem DJ Fatboy.
Yeah.
All together?
Yeah. All together, separate. It don't matter. It'll pop up. Once you type my name in, you know, it pops right up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Harlem, man. Harlem, New York.
You know you won't hear that. There's a whole bunch of Harlem talk. All right, so
Harlem is the best.
We could definitely talk for. Yeah, he's gonna say I ain't gonna knock him. Bronx and the Harlem are cousins and shit.
Harlem is better. Harlem is better than every borough, every state.
Here we go. We could go on for years on, like literally, but I want to give a good shout out to my co-host.
Shout out to the lovely host.
Rapid Fire right here. She's back.
She got a book. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get this book. Beautiful.
Do you want to read an excerpt real quick?
Yeah, okay.
You could just figure out.
Any page you feel.
Any page you feel. You might come across something.
It's not that bad with the
he's gonna find something.
All right, chapter 4, right? So it was now 2006. Daniela had 2-bedroom apartment on Summer Street. Naja always slept in the bed with that. I can't ever say that word. Danielle. What's it?
Danielle.
Danielle. Oh, Danielle.
Yeah.
All right. So Danielle decided. There you go. So Danielle decided to read the second bed. She decided to rent the second bedroom out. Daniela decided to let Ace's new girlfriend rent the room.
Here we go.
Her name was Bianca. Ace was still living with Michelle and dating them both. They knew Ace was dating them both, but outside of not liking each other, they allowed him to do what he wanted. Daniela had met Bianca a few years prior when she was cool with Michelle. Since Bianca's baby father, Trevor, was from the same block Vargas and Ace hustled on, Daniela thought she was cool. Bianca, I'm trying to smooth it out now.
Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah.
Bianca was 5 years younger than Daniela. She was 5. She was
5 feet.
5'1".
5'1".
Oh, she was 5'1".
Yeah.
Oh, you got the sling in here. Puerto Rican, fair skin, petite, dyed blonde hair, and around 110 pounds. She was a cute girl, very stylish. Bianca had 2 kids with Trevor, whom her mother had custody of. And Trevor had recently been convicted of manslaughter and was given a 10-year minimum sentence. One evening, Bianca got into an argument with one of her friends named Selena. Deanna never cared for Selena, but she was too cordial.
Yeah.
Selena came to the apartment looking for Bianca, but Bianca wasn't there. Deanna answering the door because it was late and Naja was asleep. Suddenly, Deanna heard a loud boom. Then she heard someone kicking the downstairs door to her apartment. Her room is over there. Let's grab all that bitch shit. Selena said to another female that accompanied her. Deanna was laying in her bed, scared. She was holding Naja, who remained asleep, hoping the 2 girls didn't come to her room. About 10 minutes passed, the girls left. Deanna waited about 5 minutes before she got up to look around. She took a deep breath and then opened her bedroom door with her bag that she had in her room. Deanna entered the kitchen, looked around, and saw a light in the bedroom store. First, Deanna went to go look at the door downstairs. The door was busted open, but thankfully the deadbolt wasn't on, so she wasn't able to still close and lock the door. She then went back upstairs into Bianca's room. Selena had taken all of Bianca's sneaker boxes,
Give me that shit.
ran, snagged her dresser drawers, and took most of her clothes. And it was just delivered, just relieved that Selena didn't come into her room.
It's a real life story.
I know most of this is a real life story.
Yeah, this is
Go
deep.
get the book.
This is deep right here.
Go get the book.
It definitely got me interested.
Yeah, he was zoned in. He was zoned in. He was zoned in.
Yeah, I had to read it like, I had to get in my groove.
It's all right. It's been 3 weeks since the incident where Hector punched her in the face, and finally Danielle was able to get Hector out of her house. Every day she wished she could have called Julia and begged her to take Hector back, but the 2 women had come to hate each other over this bum ass guy.
I did not say bum ass guy.
Oh, my bad. That's how I seen it in the slang. This bum. No, it says this bum ass guy.
Where you got the book at?
That's on Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Oh, I bet.
It wasn't worth a quarter. So calling her was definitely out of the question. Danielle had fought for Hector, thinking she was getting a prize, but much to her surprise, he was far from any prize. I could go into more, but that's Hector. Anyways, go get Beautifully Broken, The Life of Danielle Lee.
On Amazon.
On Amazon, like before. All right. Rapid Fire Rock, thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
I did good today.
Yes, you was
I
real.
Didn't talk too fast.
No, you could have vented if you want to.
No, I'm in a good mood, so I need to vent when I'm in a good mood.
Let's appreciate that good move. Hustle.
That's what's up.
And I like also give a thanks to my brother right here. You know what I mean? He really held me down for what, 17 years now? Oh, you got me on here now looking crazy. This is my brother Harlem DJ Fatboy. He always looked out for me. He always made me feel wanted, even when motherfuckers didn't want to deal with me and shit. He had to deal with all that shit. And he always supported, so I always supported. And I want you, because the main thing he wanted to talk about on this podcast was support. That's what he told me when he called me. So I want to make sure that as black folks, as black people, as the Nubians, or whatever you want to call us, we need to start really supporting each other, because every other fucking culture does it. Mm-hmm. They all do it. They have no problem making sure everybody is good. We out for each other. We trying to be the other guy and stop trying to be that guy, man, just because we set up that way, like really. So I want to give mad props to my brother. You know what I mean? Thank you for coming out here. You know what I mean? It was on some last minute shit, but we made it happen. This is a great pod. I want all y'all to watch. If y'all didn't see the live, we got a live over here. We got to record it. So you know what it is. Harlem. Yeah. DJ. Fatboy. Yeah. But like, yeah, it's just a lot of shit going on right now. It's a lot of stuff going on. And to be honest with you, this is the only thing that keeps me sane. Like, this is the only, and it's not generating bread, but I'm trying to get it to do that. But this is the only thing that I know is keeping me insane. Like, I'm sober now. I don't want to be. You know what I mean? But I got to deal with that. So that's why I'll be up in the morning just like, let me clip this up. Let me like flood the whole timeline because it's like I got nothing else to keep me sane right now.
You haven't made beats and shit like that in a while, right?
Well, you know what I've done is I've dug up a lot of old CDs. Like I got mad old shit that I don't have on MP3. I'm looking for the Elmo on MP3 and shit, all types of old shit.
I can't find a lot of my old shit.
Oh, but I did find one of your old CDs. We're going to talk about. I found the one where you put. I noticed you put Stickum and then you put the Ferg record right behind that. Yeah. I was like, when you told me he was on that CD,
it was a mixtape.
It was the first one you put me on. DJ. Fuck. It's in the mix of that. I can't even find all that shit.
Yeah,
but I have it there, and if I could get to a computer with a CD player or some shit, or go to the studio, I'll just dump everything in there and make it all MP3s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of that shit ain't digital. This is like when I was out there, 07, 08, 09, we still dealing tangible, like here and there in the computer, but more tangible. You're only getting like probably like MySpace shit. You know what I mean?
You still communicate with other people?
That shit is connected there. As far as what? Communicating as far as like
anybody from like the past?
Like who I'm cool with?
Yeah.
Well, there's certain people I ain't cool with now.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, that's kind of obvious if you look at what's going on. But as far as like, I mean,
is it not cool with or just not association with?
Well, if you talking about certain people, I'm not cool with them or associating with them right now.
Okay, right.
And that deals with respect.
Okay.
It was a build up of disrespect that I just couldn't deal with no more. I let a lot of shit slide over the years, and it's funny because when that individual comes up, mad people told me like, "Yo, why you fuck with that person?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know." So it is what it is, but it's other people too. But I like even Shorty, like I was on and on with for years on end. I had to cut that whole shit off because it was like, where we going? Like it's the same old bullshit we dealing with. Like, you know what I mean? You over here, you still doing the same shit. You want me to be here? Like, I can't do that, especially with my own situation going on. Mm-hmm. It's just like I'd rather just deal with who I am and figuring that out and trying to be the best I can. And this shit right here, this shit allows me this shit allows me to be myself, not just be P.O. or Clorpo or rapping and jumping off a stage and shit like that. Like, of course I could do that, but I could be honest. I've cried on this shit. Like, I've talked about some real deep shit on here. Like, it's therapeutic for me. Yeah.
So I see, because I have a lot going on with my people in my life.
I know you want to vent something, girl.
They have kidney failures and need transplants. And I went on your page and I see that you also have a kidney failure and you want to look for a donor. So maybe you could touch on that. So it's like really, I want you to touch base and talk about people donating. You know, it's a big step in people's lives, but still, someone may do it. And talk about your experience and stuff like that. That's what I really want to talk about too. I think it's important.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially in the black community. They're not trying to give up organs, but maybe we should learn to do that. You need one kidney, you good.
Definitely.
Okay. Besides that.
How are you?
That's emotional.
How are you? What's going on? How are you doing? Jesus Christ, Rod, thank you.
So, I mean, that's real life.
No, I understand.
You know what I mean?
No, we talk about it. Like, it's not like a thing where he hides it.
No, he has on his page, but some people don't want, I'm not talking about, because I'm like, wow, you must really love your wife, because, whew.
I mean, you never know until you're in those predicaments.
Right.
What people would do for you, or how people would jump out the window for you, or how they would show up for you. So it's best to just, appreciate it. But also, you find out who people are when you go through certain circumstances.
You definitely do.
Right. A rare blood.
Yeah, O positive.
Yeah.
Mic check. Yeah. So, I mean, I've been dealing with it for 2 years now. Basically, my kidneys got affected, not because of alcohol or anything like that. My kidneys got affected due to my blood pressure being high. When your blood pressure is high, you're not taking you know, your blood pressure medicine, how you're supposed to, because you live in that lifestyle, you know, doing a lot, your pressure is elevated. So when your pressure is so high, your blood pressure targets your arteries. I mean your organs. So when it targets your organs, now it damages your organs. And it's like once
all the blood pressure being high.
All blood pressure, because sometimes it's too high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's too elevated. And plus, I was a lot bigger than I am now. Like I was a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I also was doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I was constantly chasing the bag. And I also, it come with self-care, I was putting myself last. I was showing up for everybody else, doing so much for everybody else.
Yeah, he does that.
You know what I'm saying? I was just naturally just doing a lot. So I didn't ever make no time for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, checkups and doing certain things. Like, you know, you go to the hospital when you're sick. So when you go to the hospital for checkups, you know what I'm saying? You know, you get told in advance what's going on, how's everything, how's your numbers, stuff like that. You don't wait until you're actually sick to go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Right. But in the black community, a lot of us don't do that.
They don't do physicals. They don't have to go. They don't want to go every year. I've been doing that in 8 years. Like what?
And then I got some friends that they never go to the dentist. They never been to, you know what I'm saying, a stomach doctor, nothing. And I got friends like boys that they don't never talk about going to no doctor. You know what I'm saying? They probably don't even have insurance.
But does your body talk to you? Like, well, me, I know my body, so I know something is wrong when, like, you were ignoring them. I'm assuming you were ignoring them, like, I'll rest later.
Yeah, I was ignoring it. And then it's like when you get admitted into the hospital, whether it's for some knee pain or whatever, that's when you in the hospital, they start telling you all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in the hospital, they checking your blood every 10, 20 minutes.
Right.
You know how that is. Throughout the night, they checking your blood. So while you're there, they're letting you know what's going on, they're letting you know what's happening. And then when I was in the hospital, the last time, I was in the hospital for almost 6 weeks. So I was in like ICU. Yeah, I was in ICU. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they told me, like, before I left out of it, it was like, your kidneys is too bad, so you have to do dialysis. So I've been doing dialysis ever since. I go 3 times a week. Sometimes I got to go an extra day just, you know, because I might have extra fluid or whatever the case may be. But it's definitely not easy, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy balancing it off the lifestyle and also doing that. And the only reason why I kind of still do certain things because it gives me peace of mind. Because, you know, I could easily just do treatment, go in the house, lay down, and not live my life, not have no fun, not go nowhere.
But then you'll be depressed.
Exactly. So the best thing is to still, you know, and I'm naturally still a giver. I'm naturally still a giving person, a person that looks out, try to connect the dots with my friends, my peers, because that's just how I've always been. Before this situation.
Oh, you a Leo? I saw you had a birthday.
No, I'm a Aries. That flyer y'all posted was for somebody.
I was like, oh, he a Leo like me. Oh, he's saying, on advertising my birthday. I was like, oh, okay, he's had a birthday one.
Okay. Everybody's getting along and shit.
But do you wear the pick?
No, I actually got a port in my arm.
Port. I mean, pick. Port.
Yeah, I have a port.
So where's the port at?
I have a graph right here.
Oh, so it's underneath the skin?
Yes, inside.
Oh, I thought it was like outside.
I mean, the people who have the things outside.
I think they have different ones.
It's the one you get when you get out the hospital. You have it in your chest.
I'm trying to say you wouldn't, you know.
Negro.
So what's the difference? So when you come out the hospital, you have the port right here, but then.
Because that's something they got to do in the hospital temporarily.
At this point,
temporary, but it goes. What's supposed to be
I'm not even in this shit.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be in your skin.
I mean, that's the one I got because I don't want that big flob stuff that people have. You know, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like, I'm a young man. I'm still a person that's, you know, outside. Right. So, you know, I got to kind of like,
You might as well stay there if you have room. You might as well. Like, we'll just...
Well, that's how my friend, he be outside, too. He got infected. So he still can get infected in the skin.
No, I can't get infected.
So how only that one gets infected? That was outside.
Because the one that's in your chest is actually hanging out. It's 2 tubes.
Oh, it's 2. Okay, all right.
It's 2 tubes hanging out. Yeah, you gotta get it clean every week.
Yeah, okay. So you don't gotta do all that.
Yeah, I don't gotta do none of that.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was 2 different types of.
They got like 4 different types.
So you don't need to clean that or do nothing. Just so how does it?
I can get it wet and all that.
So how does it help you inside your skin like this?
So they stick 2 needles in like this. And when they stick the 2 needles in, that's how they pull the blood. The port is the chest. It's called catheter.
So 2 years.
I had this in maybe a year and a half.
Is it uncomfortable? Is it?
I mean, just knowing that something is there, yeah. You know, but it's not that bad. You know,
You're used to it at this point, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you have to be.
I'm going to get it taken out whenever I get a transplant. A lot of people leave their ports and stuff in. I don't want that in.
Really? After the transplant, leave it in? Why?
Yeah, because they just don't want to go through getting it taken out and all
it
that
hurts.
stuff.
It hurts that bad?
It don't hurt. It hurts once you get, you know, you using it. You know what I'm saying? Like once you going on the machine.
But if you get the transplant, you don't need no more. So.
I mean, that's just something you will have to go and just be like, I would like to get that removed. But that's something that people got to take the initiative to do. You know what I'm saying? Once you get a transplant, you kind of want to get back to your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you got to take your medication. You still got to.
Yeah, but you know, people take medication. Nowadays, you can take medication for the first 6-7 months and you're good. Your body already immune to the new organ and you can move as a regular person.
Okay.
It's just people who got bad habits who can be disciplined on certain things, and that's when they end up falling short.
Let's see, because he lost a lot of weight. Like he was bigger than this. Yeah.
So does that help? Do you work out to help lose the weight? To help maybe, you know?
I mean, I was working out crazy, but you know what I'm saying. You know, I got to the point where I haven't been working out because like sometimes you know I get into the mode, the space of I don't want to do nothing.
But you're tired.
Tired.
Dialysis takes a lot. My father was on dialysis.
Makes you very tired.
I did dialysis this morning, bro.
Yeah.
You know
That's not that. Yeah.
Tired.
And I'm here now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.